When I was a child, my family lived abroad. We spent several years in Indonesia. My mother couldn't afford to send me to the American school where other American kids went. However, she believed it was essential for me to have an American education, so she decided to teach me extra lessons herself from Monday to Friday. Because she had to work, the only time she could teach me was at 4:30 in the morning. Whenever I complained, she would give me a stern look and say, "This isn't easy for me either, Buster. I understand that some of you are still getting used to being back at school, but I'm here today to discuss something important with you." My father left our family when I was 2 years old, and I was raised by a single mom who had to work hard and struggled to pay the bills. She couldn't always give us the things other kids had. There were times when I missed having a father and felt lonely, feeling like I didn't fit in. This affected my focus on school, and I did some things I'm not proud of. I got into more trouble than I should have, and my life could have taken a wrong turn. However, I was fortunate to receive many second chances, which allowed me to go to college, law school, and follow my dreams. My wife, Michelle Obama, has a similar story. Her parents didn't go to college and didn't have much money, but they worked hard, and she worked hard to attend the best schools in the country. You might have someone in your life who supports you, but maybe your family is going through tough times, like losing a job or living in a neighborhood where you don't feel safe. Perhaps you have friends who pressure you to do things you know are wrong. Despite these challenges, you might have talents you haven't discovered yet. You could be a great writer, an innovator, or even a mayor or a senator, but you might not realize it until you try. For example, you might discover your talent in writing through an English class assignment or find your passion for science by doing a project in class. Whatever you aspire to be, whether it's a doctor, teacher, police officer, nurse, architect, lawyer, or military member, you need a good education to achieve it. You can't simply drop out of school and expect to land a good job. You must train, work hard, and learn. This isn't just vital for your future, it's crucial for the future of our country. What you learn in school today will help us meet future challenges. The knowledge and problem-solving skills you gain in science and math will help cure diseases and develop new energy technologies. The critical thinking skills you acquire in history and social studies will help fight poverty, homelessness, crime, and discrimination, making our nation fairer and more free. Your creativity and ingenuity will help build new companies, creating jobs and boosting our economy. We need each of you to develop your talents, skills, and intellect to help solve our most difficult problems. If you quit on school, you're not just quitting on yourself, you're quitting on your country. I know that doing well in school isn't always easy. Many of you face challenges in your lives that make it hard to concentrate on your schoolwork. I understand because I've been there too. However, the circumstances of your life, what you look like, where you come from, how much money you have, or what's happening at home are no excuses for not doing your homework or having a bad attitude in school. They don't excuse talking back to your teacher, cutting class, or dropping out of school. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you'll end up. In America, you write your own destiny and make your own future. Young people like you are proving this every day, all across the country. That's why I'm calling on each of you to set your own goals for your education and do everything you can to meet them. Your goal could be as simple as completing all your homework, paying attention in class, or spending some time each day reading a book. Maybe you'll decide to join an extracurricular activity or volunteer in your community. Perhaps you'll choose to stand up for kids who are being bullied because of who they are or how they look. All young people deserve a safe environment to study and learn. Maybe you'll decide to take better care of yourself to be more ready to learn. Whatever you resolve to do, I want you to commit to it and really work at it. I know that sometimes you might think you can be successful without working hard. TV might give you the idea that you can become rich and famous by rapping, playing basketball, or being a reality TV star. But the truth is, success requires hard work. You want love every subject you study, and you want click with every teacher you have. Not every homework assignment will seem relevant to your life right now, and you want to succeed at everything the first time you try. That's okay. Some of the most successful people have faced the most failures. J.K. Rowling's first Harry Potter book was rejected 12 times before it was published. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He lost hundreds of games and missed thousands of shots during his career. But he once said, "I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." These people succeeded because they didn't let failure define them. They let failure teach them and show them what to do differently next time. If you get into trouble, it doesn't mean you're a troublemaker. It means you need to try harder to act right. If you get a bad grade, it doesn't mean you're stupid. It means you need to spend more time studying. No one is born being good at everything. You become good at things through hard work. You're not a varsity athlete the first time you play a new sport. You don't hit every note the first time you sing a song. You have to practice. The same principle applies to your schoolwork. You might have to do a math problem a few times before you get it right. You might have to read something a few times before you understand it. You definitely have to do a few drafts of a paper before it's good enough to hand in. Don't be afraid to ask questions or ask for help when you need it. I do that every day. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength because it shows you have the courage to admit when you don't know something and the willingness to learn something new. Find an adult you trust, a parent, grandparent, teacher, coach, or counselor, and ask them to help you stay on track to meet your goals. Even when you're struggling or feel like others have given up on you, don't ever give up on yourself. When you give up on yourself, you're giving up on your country. America's story isn't about people who quit when things got tough. It's about people who kept going, tried harder, and loved their country too much to do anything less than their best. It's the story of students who sat where you sit 250 years ago and went on to wage a revolution and found this nation. It's the story of students who sat where you sit 75 years ago, overcame a depression, won a world war, fought for civil rights, and put a man on the moon. It's the story of students who sat where you sit 20 years ago and founded Google, Twitter, and Facebook, changing how we communicate with each other. So today, I want to ask all of you, what will your contribution be? What problems will you solve? What discoveries will you make? Your families, teachers, and I are doing everything we can to make sure you have the education you need to answer these questions. I'm working hard to improve your classrooms and provide the books, equipment, and computers you need to learn. But ultimately, it's up to you to get serious about your education and put your best effort into everything you do. I expect great things from each of you, so don't let us down. Don't let your family down. And most importantly, don't let yourself down. Make us all proud. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to try your best and keep working hard. Success comes from perseverance and determination. You might face obstacles, but you can overcome them. Your effort and dedication will pay off in the long run. So, set your goals high and work towards them every day. You have the potential to achieve great things and make a difference in the world. Believe in yourself and never give up on your dreams.